everyone! This week Danica picked the theme, and she picked how we got obsessed with YouTube. Like, what is our YouTube story? Mine is kind of long, but I'll try to keep it somewhat short and not very rambly. So my trip down the rabbit hole, aka into YouTube, began with one video. Alex and Liam do Walmart. I had never seen any of Alex or Liam's or really any vlogging video ever before. So I saw it posted on the Daily What, so I used to check that like every day. And I fell in love with Alex Day. I loved the Alex Reads Twilight series. It cracked me up. So then I went back and watched every single one of his videos. From him, obviously him and Charlie are best friends. I started watching Charlie's videos. And then after watching both of their videos, I finally decided to give Chameleon Circuit a listen. And I loved it. Even before I started watching Doctor Who, I knew all the words, all the songs, even though I had no idea what I was singing about. I did finally get around to watching Doctor Who, and it's one of my favorite shows now. So that's another influence YouTube has had on my life. So through Chameleon Circuit, I found Liam, and then I fell in love with Liam, that Scottish accent, and Liam kind of led me away from YouTube to Tumblr, because, you know, Liam doesn't update that often, but he does update his Tumblr quite often. I didn't really know much about Tumblr. It kind of scared and mystified me. I didn't really know how it worked. All I really knew was I loved it, and Liam's page was hilarious. And then I realized most of the things I thought were hilarious were coming from one individual, Vondell Swain. So I started looking at his page, and then from there I made my own Tumblr, and now I have a fashion blog and a baking blog, not to mention my regular blog, and I'm just full-on Tumblr now. But Vondell circled me back to YouTube because he posted a Vlogbrothers video. I had obviously heard of the Vlogbrothers at this point, but I had just never gotten around to watching it. I don't know why. I have no good excuse. But I watched the video, and then I fell in love with them, obviously. So clever and funny. So I watched not all the Vlogbrothers. I can't say I've seen them all because there's so many, but I've made my way through a good chunk. After watching John's videos, I read his books, and I love them. They're some of my favorite books, especially Looking for Alaska. And then simultaneously to watching the Vlogbrothers and getting really into that whole culture, I started getting really into a lot of YouTube musicians. Kind of independently. Like, I found Lindsey Stirling just because of her Party Rock Anthem video. I found Mike Tompkins and Carrie Hope Fletcher because of their covers of Rolling in the Deep. I found Watsky because of the Daily What, but all those loves evolved around along the same course. So I was just developing love for vloggers and love for YouTube musicians at the same time. And the rest is kind of a blur. I mean, I know I had a phase where I really liked Tom Milsom, and I know I had a phase where I really liked Fresnad. I still like them all, obviously, but I had like very concentrated patches of each. But I'm not exactly sure how that progressed. After VidCon 2012, I found some new people that I didn't really know of before, like Jack's Films and Tobuscus and Dan Is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. The last two are some of my favorites now, especially Dan. I've also gotten really into some of the other projects that some of my favorite YouTubers have done. I really like Job Hunters, the miniseries that Christina Horner is in. I haven't actually mentioned her yet, but she's one of my other favorite female vloggers. And I'm a huge fan of Crash Course, mostly the world history and literature and American history. I mean, I love you, Hank, but biology and chemistry videos, they just bore me to tears. I really like the Lizzie Bennet diaries, though. Though I'm kind of like, I watched the first 15 because I was reading Pride and Prejudice all along, but then I stopped reading the book, so I stopped watching the videos, and I know I need to pick that back up this summer. And so yeah, my path on YouTube kind of like follows a designated course for a while and just explodes in all directions, and I can't really track it anymore. All I know is I still love it, and I can't wait for VidCon this year. See you next week. And at VidCon.